Welcome to Real Estate Essentials. I'm your host and Utah's Real Estate Authority, Jay Deher. We are coming to you from the kitchen of the Good Karma Lodge. This is the property that US Luxury Group is going to be auctioning off on September 14th. Now that they're auctioning off is not a bad thing. It's actually a creative way to get a property unique like this sold. It's good for both the seller, the buyer, and the agent. We have on today's show, we're going to be visiting with the agent that listed the property, which is Lori Jackson with Huntsman & Associates. I've also got Bengt Erlandson, who was the designer and decorator that actually decorated this home. All coming up right here on Real Estate Essentials. I'm Jay Deher. I've been on top of Utah's real estate market for over 10 years. I will show you things about this market that you never knew. So we're here at 2522 Horseshoe Circle in South Jordan, and this is the multi-million-dollar incredible home that was featured on HGTV's multi-million-dollar room. It was a $1 million room, is that what they called it? Rooms. And I'm actually here with Matt and Dean from US Luxury Group, and I've had a couple people ask me, because they've got these unique high-end properties, how they could get involved with you guys. What's your process, and how would somebody, and what properties fit for you guys?
Well, thank you for asking, and thanks for having us again. We're really excited to be a part of this. On this property, this particular property, the listing agent was the one that brought us out and introduced us to Keith Rosberg, the seller that we met in last week's episode. And Lori had listed the property, and the property's been on the market for the last 2.5 years, and it's been shown 3 times. So she had heard about the work that we had done in the past.
Was she getting close to her listing, or where was she?
She was. It was nearing expiration, and she was looking for something that could assist her in getting this thing moved. And it's, as we've seen through all of the video footage, it's a phenomenal property. And the unique part about this is if you drive up out front and you have no idea what lies behind those doors, because it looks like a modest, mid-70s ranch-style home on the outside, and you walk inside and it's just amazing.
Yeah, it's very unassuming.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Until you walk in, then it's assuming, I guess.
Yeah, very.
So Lori asked, if this was something that we would consider. So what we did is we came out and met with Keith Rosberg, the seller, and kind of explained our process. And it's different than traditional real estate. I mean, we complete. I don't mean to sound too technical, but we do a full psychographic analysis. So we figure out exactly what the hot buttons are of the existing owner. And then we utilize different principles of that information to create a marketing campaign. We've been involved in the sale of properties on Walker Lane that are white gloved with servants' quarters, and then you come out here and you've got room inside for 100 cars and a 5-stall horse barn and 2 garage lifts. It requires a different marketing technique, and so we tailor everything that we do specific to the home based on the current owner's priorities and preferences.
Okay, so Dean, does this program work for any house?
Not for any house, no. I mean, it definitely has its fit. If anybody out there does have a house that's over $1 million that they feel would possibly be a fit, they should contact us. Get a hold of us through our 800 number or through the website or through your Facebook page. And let us come out, let us view the property, let us interview them. They can interview us, and we can sit down and see if it would be a good fit for them to possibly do this marketing campaign on their property.
And so what are you guys finding as far as people coming through and all that kind of stuff? What kind of interest on the property?
We've had some really good interest. In fact, we've had just completed our 2nd weekend of open houses, and in 2 weekends we've put nearly 400 people through here. And of that 400 people that have come through, a solid 10% would be qualified buyers. People asking the right questions. Can you tell me a little bit about the property taxes? What schools would my children attend if we were to buy this home? The right questions. There are an additional 4 acres that are attached to this property, and somebody came in and said, so if I buy this and keep the front half and subdivide the back, how many lots could I put back there? What's been approved by South Jordan City? So it gives us a very strong indication that there are people that are ready to make that move.
Okay, is there a possibility that somebody might buy this thing before it goes to auction?
Absolutely. Yeah, we've had some very strong interest. A couple came through here and was asking about the zoning for a bed and breakfast. Another gentleman came through and liked the property so much he called his lawyer and had his lawyer come down. You know, I mean, there's strong interest, and any of these people can sit down at any time and put an offer on the house, and if the homeowner wants to accept that offer, then he can.
Okay, great. Or it goes to auction, which
Or
is
it goes to
absolutely-
auction on the 14th.
Well, I really appreciate you guys coming down. We're super excited to see how it all works out. Now, if they wanted to contact you, if they had a house, how would they reach you?
They can contact us through our website at usluxurygroup.com, and there's a link on there for a direct email contact, and there's also our toll-free number that they can use 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And one other thing that I might want to throw in, our friends at Ken Garf were interested in this property and this process, and they said, you know, as unique as this property is, we've got a bunch of real high-end cars. Maybe we can bring a few down and put them in the garage, and if it hits the seller's number, we'll throw in one of these new Jaguars with the purchase of the home.
Oh, really? Well, that'll be super exciting to see. Thanks so much for coming on the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we've been talking a lot about this multi-million-dollar home that U.S. Luxury Group's going to be auctioning off on September 14th. And I've got the stager, Bengt Erlandson. Now, you're the stager of the home, correct?
Yes, we were retained by U.S. Luxury Group to come in and stage the home.
Good. And now, where are you from?
I'm from Sweden originally.
Oh, really? Good for you.
Yeah, lived here for a long time, but...
Good for you. I love the accent.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so now what are you doing in the home?
For this home, we were hired or retained by U.S. Luxury Group to come in and stage the home and to make it more appealing for more people to come in and be interested in the home.
What did it look like when you first showed up?
When we first saw the home, it was obviously a home that somebody had personalized for themselves, and it screamed a bachelor home.
Because he's a bachelor, right?
Because he's a bachelor, yeah. It's a beautiful piece of property, but it needed some staging, and just like any home that needs to be sold, needs to be staged, in my opinion.
Because that's so important, right? Because nobody wants, it's hard to get the feel of a house when it's vacant, right?
Yes, absolutely. It's that first impression. You want to have that feeling of wanting to be in this home. It's all about the environment in the home. And that can only be accomplished by different colors, finishes, and accessories and furnishings.
What's better than having like a designer than come in?
Yes.
Maybe when you lived there, it didn't design that way, but you want it to appeal to the masses, I guess, right?
You want to appeal to the masses and design.
You want to get that feeling too,
design
right?
for the masses, where it's appealing to everyone, not just one style that somebody has put in there on their own. It's definitely worth it to have a designer like ourselves come in and do it.
Yeah. I think it's really important because on this program we actually don't even show any houses that aren't all furnished.
Yeah, who wants an empty home?
Yeah, nobody. Well, I don't want to look at them.
No, exactly.
I have to though. But so, what got you involved in staging?
In staging, we've done staging of many projects, commercial projects, homes, and some other condo projects.
And so, is that all you do, is staging?
No, absolutely not. I'm actually an architect by education, so we do house plans and construction drawings.
So you do all the way from the ground floor all the way to the finished product.
Yeah, it's one of my pet peeves is that homes and buildings need to be designed with the exterior and the interior in mind, so that it all flows from the outside in.
Yeah. So is that like your European like flair that comes
I think
out?
so. Yeah, that's how I got involved in design, is being brought up in a place where there's beautiful buildings and beautiful interiors.
So you grew up with it and you brought that culture to Utah.
Being brought up in Scandinavia, I think Scandinavia is known for good design and contemporary design as well.
Oh yeah, well I love what you've done on that home. It's been spectacular. Yeah, it looks really, really good.
We tried to appeal to not just men but to women and everyone and all ages as well.
Good for you. Well, good job. We're excited to have you on the program here forward. So thanks for coming by.
Thank you.